Dinner is ready. And it looks amazing. You look at this. Oh, but you gotta see this. It's snowing. Isn't this pretty? I realize that you might need some context about where we are and why it looks like Christmas when it's still September. Let's go inside and talk. I can't even believe it, but we are on the road again for the first time in this 2020, and as you could see, the trip is off to a great start. This is going to be our place for this week in beautiful Fort Collins, Colorado, just at the foothills of the Rockies. This is just one of the many places we are hoping to visit in the next 2 to 2.5 months. We got here a couple of days ago and this place looked very different. It was very hot, 95 degrees. A couple of wildfires were raging nearby. There was ash everywhere, covering the houses, cars, trees, the streets. I mean, the whole place was very eerie. And then, out of nowhere, a miracle happened. Something like I had never experienced before. A disturbance in the weather. In less than 24 hours, temperatures dropped almost 60 degrees. It started to snow, slowly at first, but pretty heavy right now, as you could see. So of course I had to get out there and take advantage of these adverse conditions. At first, I wanted to stay as close as possible to Fort Collins and avoid longer trips. I didn't know these roads, and the last thing I wanted was to face icy conditions with a car that I'm still getting to know. I drove around for a couple hours, taking random roads and stopping by anywhere that was promising. Pretty nice out here. I almost wish the storm was a little bit worse. There's still plenty of visibility and not enough snow on the ground. But man, this is amazing for September 8th. Alright, so I came all the way here because of that tree. It was pretty cool. I tried to make a couple images. I don't know if they're gonna work. I'm just walking over there. I have no idea, just trying different things. This looks beautiful. It is pretty cool. I'm really enjoying this. The thing is, it's very cold and I don't have good gloves. My fingers, they are very cold. I can barely feel them. But as I drove more and more, I gained confidence on both the roads and the car and decided to make a trip farther south to Boulder, where I had the chance to go on a beautiful hike. Look at that. So pretty. I usually like fog, but this time it obscured the view of the Flatiron Mountains. It was still a beautiful afternoon hiking in the snowy forest, but I knew I had to go back to see the mountains. Good morning. Let's see how we are doing today. Not bad. Good morning, everyone. So today is the day after the snowstorm. It's still very cold, some 30 degrees, and it's still snowing a little bit. So I'm gonna try to go back to Boulder in Colorado. I'm gonna try to go back to that park, the Chautauqua. I'm going back there in the hopes of seeing the Flatiron Mountains that I didn't get to see yesterday. I'm gonna go on a couple hikes as well. So it should be fun. It should be pretty. Let's do it. Of course, on the way to Boulder, I stopped quite a few times to make the images that I was seeing. I had stopped by this cabin the day before. The conditions had changed quite a bit, so that all made for 2 completely different images in less than 24 hours. It is really coming down now, but this is so pretty and so beautiful and cold. It's snowing again. I have my cameras protected with plastic. One is the wide angle, the other one is the telephoto, and that's more than enough to cover most of my images. This walk has been really good for my soul, but not so much for images. It's kind of hard to single out images here. It's so beautiful and so pretty, but so hard to actually see an image. Just gonna keep walking around and enjoying this weather, because in 2 days we are gonna be back to 85. So yeah, all of this is going to be gone by then. Back in the car, you're going to be so proud of me because my feet are completely wet and frozen from the snow. But look what I brought. Clean socks, dry, and a pair of dry shoes too. So I'm gonna be very comfortable in no time. Gonna change. This is where real photography happens. From the car. So I was going to a completely different place, but I found this spot on the highway that it has a great view of Boulder and the mountains here, and the I think it's El Dorado Canyon. There is still some fog, but it's clearing up now and it's making for great images, possibly the best images of the trip so far, just from the car next to the highway. Yep. Finally, my persistence had really paid off. It took me 2 drives on less than ideal roads and 2 days around Boulder to get a glimpse, a view of the mountains, but I finally got it. So the snow is gone and our time in Fort Collins is coming to an end, sadly, but don't think that you've seen it all from this summer snowstorm, because before the snow melted, I visited a place that took my breath away. This is only the beginning of the trip and I'm already loving it. I hope you all enjoy these videos as much as I enjoy making them. Please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. It all helps a lot. Thank you so much for watching and see you in the next one. Alright. Yes. It is snowing and it's cold and I'm completely wet. I'm so happy.